What's good, Ghost Gang? So we're gonna be doing the weekly puzzle reset simulation agility, and this is gonna test your puzzle jumping, your shooting, and all those good things. You're gonna see I am using my warlock, and I'm gonna tell you some items that's gonna make this really easy as pie to do. First off, if you're using a warlock, you can do this with any build. If you're running a Titan, you use bubble. If you're running a hunter, you pretty much are screwed. And you're gonna just have to evade and go invisible with your stalker, with your knight stalker class. Okay, so this was my first time doing this one by myself because normally I have my buddy running it with me, but I wanted to do one with you guys where I kind of walk you through the puzzle and how you jump back and forth to get this puzzle agility jump one done. And you're gonna see I aggro them. Like the warlock, it does really good with PvE. Some would say different about, you know, like my buddy Scorpio would say different about PvP. But I think that the warlock is an awesome build, and you can do a lot of great things with him. He's diverse in defense and offense. Like he can hit you with a Nova Bomb 1 minute, and the next minute throw a well down and gain more health while he's standing there shooting you in your face, and you can't do nothing about it. Alright, so you see how I'm doing the puzzle, and you'll see me DPS the ads at this point. The first part was just me jumping all the way up there without taking too much damage and then killing them. When you get to this part, you want to try to DPS all of the stuff that's going to come.
I can't hear nothing you're talking about. Thank you.
And
doing something.
Once you do that,
thank you.
You'll be done with that part. That's the second step.
What, man?
And you just hack into the system with your ghost. And you're gonna go back to agility jumping puzzle once again. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to rush this part, because I know a lot of people, they tell you how to do videos and they really don't give you all the information. So I'm gonna take the 14 minutes to sit through this and show you how I did it. So as soon as you jump on the first one, and when it just as it appears, you're gonna run and jump on the very next one. Either side, you can jump from side to side if you choose to make it more challenging for yourself. But what you're gonna see me do is jump onto this block. I never jumped onto the thing that's disappearing around it. And you're gonna see me, they don't give you too much to fight when you're standing out here because they know that you gotta worry about the floor coming from underneath you. So what you wanna do is stand on top of the boxes, DPS all ads. Once you've DPS all ads, and it'll see how it's open underneath me now. So I shoot, I forgot what order I did it in, but I think I shot this one, that unlocked it, shot this one, that unlocked that one, and then of course the one under my feet. So then you see me look around and see the timing of when the blocks at this step 3 leaves. Now as soon as I see it come back at this point, I know that it's gonna come back wherever it is I'm running to. So I just try to keep a steady pace because it's about 2 or 3 1,000ths off from being behind me disappearing. So I know that I have time. I looked a couple seconds just to make sure, and I wasn't sure where I needed to shoot, but then I realized, okay, the block that I was standing on, boom, and then you jump to the middle. That'll be the third part. Hack into the system with your ghost once again, even though for some reason it doesn't show you hacking into it with your ghost. That's a glitch or something in the game, because whenever you hack into something, open something, it normally always takes your ghost out to scan it, but for some reason it didn't. So I waited for that one to come. Now in this puzzle, going up to the 4th one, you're gonna want to jump side to side. If you try to jump out to the other ones, you may not make it, and it's gonna make you do not necessarily the last step over again if you hacked it already, but it's gonna make you frustrated and start back further. But see, I have a warlock, he can take a lot of damage, so you shouldn't have to worry about it. But you're gonna see what I do once I jump into this platform. I get myself set back in a nice little nook, bam, pop my well, and start DPSing enemies. Anything that's in front of me, I'll take care of them first. Once I see that the coast is clear, I grab a couple more ammo pieces. And now what's gonna come in very handy with this stage is you're gonna wanna use a Uten if you have one available. And you're gonna wanna DPS enemies from afar. And then you see that that one isn't open yet, so I have to jump up here and take care of this guy. And then I'm gonna have to go take care of the other hobgoblin, which will unlock both of these at the same time. I don't know why. Okay, then I DPS these guys, right? For some reason, when I DPS those guys, this side should have opened up. But for some reason, they have it set up as you have to DPS and kill basically all the ads in order for either one of them to unlock. I don't know why it's set up that way, but it probably should be one side should be open if you DPS to one side. But you're gonna see I shot that side with a Uten just to get it done. Shoot that side with a Uten just to get it done. And then the fourth part is done. Moving on to the fifth, and I want to say final room. Well, no, this will be the fifth, not the final room. But you see, I rushed it right here, but by the time that it was disappearing, the floor actually came back right at the last second, as you can see. Like, oh my goodness, I didn't even know it was under my feet. But this is a good part to show you how good the Warlock is at doing this. He pops as well. I punched the enemies around me, hit him with a Uten shot. Uten these guys, because they'll fly right over from wherever they at. 2 Uten shots for the red bar guys should get them gone. Boom, 2 Uten shots, it'll DPS anything around it. That's one thing about it. Look at that. I hit 1, it killed 2. This is a good gun to get double kills and triple kills in Crucible. I've done it time and time again. If you ask my buddy Scorpio, he'll tell you that I am an absolute monster with my Uten. I can shoot across the map and bust people right in half from wherever they're at on the map, man. I'm just really good at using the Uten. And it's not just aiming and shooting, guys. Don't think that it is. I can come around a corner and know where my enemies are and DPS somebody around the corner, you know? So it's not just aiming and shooting, as most people would think that it would be. It does take some skill, but it is a long-range, basically, fusion rifle. So, you know, if it had any flaws, it would be that it doesn't load that fast, but that's the whole point of it being a fusion rifle, and you can't just do whatever you want to it. You're limited to ammo. You're gonna see here I got down on energy a little bit, so what I did was I took out my sword, and that helps you get your health back once you start getting health get low. And you use that relentless blade on them, swipe 3 times and then spin of the blade. But I was so hurt that I needed my health back quicker. Okay, so this will be the 6th and final room. And this puzzle, the easiest way to do this puzzle that I found with me doing it by myself with no help from nobody showing me. And when I've done this in the past, I didn't have any help. My buddy had previously did it, so he knew what to do. But what you want to do is DPS these guys that are sitting out. DPS all these aggroed, not harpies, but all these little guys that are in the air. Once you DPS them, excuse me, once you DPS them and get those guys out of the way, you don't want to die, man. How many bullets is it going to take for you to kill that guy? And, you know, once you DPS these guys, you're going to see me go around these little platforms that are on the outside and jump from 1 to 1. I'm never going to jump on the actual blocks that I'm shooting, but you're going to see me use these platforms to make my way around to DPS all the guys that are around this. And you're going to see how I do it, and it's not hard. You're going to just want to DPS one side at a time. So where we started at, you hack that one. Once you hack that and kill all the enemies on this particular side, what you want to do, instead of the next side, they won't come out until you open this up. So once you open this up, boom, you shoot that one off, and then you nothing happens. So I'm missing one, which is above me, but I didn't realize it till a few seconds ago. And then I turn around and look, and I was like, oh, okay, that's what I'm supposed to do. I was like a little confused at what was going on there. Okay, so then I shot this one, boom. And that one opened up over there, so I gotta go back over there and I gotta hack that. Before you do the next one, make sure you hack each one of them one at a time. Don't rush. There's no point in rushing through this. This only takes about 10 to 15 minutes. If you're really good, it'll probably take more like 11 or 12 minutes. But you're gonna see me DPS him. He comes out, 2 Uten shots, even on a yellow bar. And I'm gonna jump back over here, and there's gonna be enemies to DPS on the left. I'm gonna pop my well radiance and get my rift energy. You get about 15 seconds of healing so they can't damage you. In that process, try to kill as many enemies as you can while you have your well. And I think you get a few minutes added to your well by killing enemies, but I don't have that armor piece on, but you can do that. without muting him because he's a good ways away. This thing gonna go to Bermuda and back, and they're out of there. Once I do that and DPS all those guys, kill this one last guy, so he's gonna put his Uzi mess on the ground on me. Shoot that one. And I think there's one other one I need to shoot, which is right there in front of me, but I don't notice it till the last second. It's funny when you go back and watch your videos, you'll see where you made mistakes at that you could have been a little bit quicker at doing it. But this was my first time doing this puzzle by myself and figuring it out. Sometimes my buddy will take me through stuff like this, but he won't exactly tell me exactly what to do. So I was kind of happy that I was able to figure out this jumping puzzle and the enemies and everything by myself on this one. So you'll see me DPS these guys, DPS them, and I got a stat roll for my pinnacle piece. Now, guys, what I'm gonna tell you is, whatever your base is, if all your bases for your player is at your bases, like say my base is 54. If all your pieces are 54 or higher, there is no point in doing Crucible, Vanguard, Gambit, any of those. There's no point in doing any of those for just a powerful reward. Get the pinnacle and get out of there, because you can do that later on in the week when you have nothing to do, because it's just gonna pop at whatever level that you're currently at. So the smarter thing to do would be do your pinnacles. It's the beginning of the week. Do your strongest gear first. I started to die there, so I popped a Well of Radiance, my super. That'll help you stay alive while doing this when it gets overwhelming. But that's what'll help you get through this, is do all your powerful pinnacle pieces first. The only reason why I say do your pinnacle pieces and not your just your regular stuff first is because those pinnacles are gonna drop +3, whereas the regular powerful rewards, tier 1s, are only gonna drop at they're only gonna drop at your level. So if you're base level 54, regardless of what your overall is, like I'm 1271, but my base is 1254, it's only gonna drop at 1254. So if all your guns and everything is past 1254, there's no point in doing it. But if none of your stuff, if like say my heavy, so the reason for me doing it and getting a powerful reward is because I have a chance for my heavy. If I never get any drop for it, I could possibly get a drop from those powerful rewards for my heavy. My heavy is not 55 yet, it's only 53. So that's a +2 that I can get from being at my level at 54, or a +1 I can get, which will scoop me up just a little bit more, make it a little bit easier for me to get closer to 55. But even with all that said, all those are completed. You're gonna see me grab a +3 item out of this box. Now it is +3 to my light level, or +2, because my light level was 54 base and it was a 56 piece I think I got. So you're gonna see I got legs. I'm doing my little dance. And you're gonna see me go grab them and make it be a +1 more than my legs already are. It was already strong, but at least it didn't screw me over and give me something that I couldn't use. Boom. And you see my base is 1271, or my overall is 1271, and my base is 1254. So you can see the guns that I use. You can slow it down if you need to see exactly what I ran. But that is how you do it, how to do the weekly puzzle. Make sure you sub, like, and comment. Peace.